we are now a better country, as well as an incredibly more wealthy country than we were in 1789. We're far, far, far from what we should be, will be, but we have gone dramatically in the right direction. It's interesting. We said in 1776, we said we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, endowed by their creative with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And yet, 14 years later, a year after we really officially began the country in 1789, adopted a constitution, we found that more than 15% of the people in the country were slaves. And we wrestled with that. But when you say the word self-evident, that sort of sounds like you're saying any damn fool can recognize that. And you certainly say, you can argue maybe a little bit about life and the pursuit of happiness, but I don't see how in the world anybody can reconcile liberty with the idea that 15% of the population was enslaved. And it took us a long time to at least partially correct that. The economy took a civil war. It took losing 6% of those people, that males that were between 18 and 60 years of age. But we've moved in the right direction. We've got a long ways to go, but we've moved in the right direction now. In addition, going back again to that 1776 statement that all men are created equal and endowed by their creator, etc. I think it was self-evident to the 50% of the population that they were getting a fair deal for over half the lifetime of the country. It took 131 years of our country's 231 years. It took 131 years until women were guaranteed the right to vote for our country's leaders. And then what's even more remarkable is that after we adopted the 19th Amendment in 1920, it took 61 more years until a woman was allowed to join those 8 males on the Supreme Court. I grew up thinking that the Supreme Court, must have been said it had to be 9 men, but it 61 years, so it took 192 years before Sandra Day O'Connor was appointed to the court. And now you can say that there was a pipeline problem. Half the population may have been women in 1920, but they weren't half the lawyers, or they weren't 10% of the lawyers probably. So you can understand some delay, but 61 years is a long time to go and to pick 33 males in between. If that was entirely by chance, then the odds against that, if you were flipping coins, is about 8 billion to 1. Now, like I said, there was a pipeline problem. But it took us a long, long time. And it's not done yet. But I think it does give meaning to the fact that we are a better society with a lot of room to go. But we are a better society than existed in 1789. When you go to Colonial Williamsburg, you have that. I've been there a couple of times. As a matter of fact, I watched the the debate between Jimmy Carter and Gerald Ford there in 1976. And it was not a great time to be black. It was not a great time to be a woman. And both of those categories still have certainly got potential for significant improvement in terms of fulfilling that pledge made in 1776 about how we believe that it's self-evident that all men are created equal. But we have made progress. We are a better society, and we will, as the years go by. If you'll move to the next slide. And I believe that. And I think, let's see if I can get these slides in the proper order here. I believe that when you get through evaluating all of the qualitative facts, what we have done toward meeting the aspirations of what we wrote in 1776. What we wrote in 1776 wasn't a fact, but it was an aspirational document, and we have worked toward those aspirations, and we have a long way to go.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.